Hey guys, welcome to the backside of our NASB brand new website. We're very excited that you've chosen to take some time to look at some techniques that we believe are going to add value to your business and help you grow your overall practice. Now, some of you are starting and attempting to grow something from the ground up. Now, it's always important when you're listening to someone to kind of ask the question, has this person ever done it? I can promise you, from Atlanta, Georgia to Memphis, Tennessee, to Nashville, Tennessee, Birmingham, Alabama, New Orleans, Louisiana. I've been there when there was nothing. And then as many of you know, after we left, we had something that we were very proud of. One of the things I want to mention in the beginning is start by building your core. As you begin to build a team, you have to have individuals that you can build around. Now, the number one rule of this, especially in building in the beginning, is that you attract what you are. I want you to hear that. You attract what you are. It's very difficult, let's say, if you're an 8, to hire a 10, okay? If you're a 6, it's going to be tough for a 7 or an 8, talent-wise, to kind of subject themselves to be able to come up underneath you being their upline if you're not adding value, or let's just be blunt, if you're not better than them. So the number one rule in building is, number one, you have to step your game up. All of us do, because you attract what you are. If you want to attract a 10, you have to be a 10 yourself. It's very, very important in attitude, in work ethic, in your ability to cold call, to door knock, through your presentation, through the way you set up your week. It all starts with who you are. And one of the big mistakes that I see people making is they're trying to hire better than they are. And guys, it's just not going to happen. So at some point, we have to take accountability, responsibility, look in the mirror, and get better ourselves, okay? When you begin to build and when you begin to start laying a foundation, when we talk about building your core, loyalty is very important. Finding people that are looking to go long-term versus short-term is very huge when it comes to you creating that core foundation, using that as a springboard or a platform for you to go forward. You're going to find two kinds of people. You're going to find sellers and you're going to find builders. You're going to find people that can flat push the product and they can do a great job, such as the Race Hardens, such as the Brock Nicks, such as the Jordan Smiths from around the nation. You're also going to find people that have strong management gifts and management strengths. I think it's so important as you're building to find people and put them in areas of strength versus putting them in areas of weakness. For example, let's say you have someone that their people skills aren't as good. Their communication skills are less than what needs to be. Well, if they're in a position of leadership or of building, then you've got a builder, okay, or let me say a seller, in a builder role. It's not going to work. You see what I'm saying? So you have to match people up based on personality traits and based on what it is they're good at. Let me give you another key. Identifying your 20%ers. Very important. Most of us try to work with the worst and make them better, okay? Because we think that we can obviously pour into them, and if we spend time with them, they're going to get better. It's not true. If you'll study it and you'll look at it, the people that are doing the best can improve the most. Let me say that again. People that are doing the best can improve the most. So identify your top 20%, those that are producing the highest volume of annualized premium, those that are have the highest levels of activity, those that are committed to the phone calls. And those 20%, if you'll begin to invest your time and your energy there, you're going to see the greatest return. Now, here's something I've learned about great men and women. We all have great weaknesses. All of us. I don't care who you are. If you're great at something, it means you're going to be terrible at a lot of things. I heard a guy tell me once, you're only good at like 2 or 3 things. You've got to delegate the weaknesses that you have. There are many of you watching me right now. You can't even find some of the stuff that's most important to you. If we were to look at your office, if we were to look at your vehicle when it comes to an organizational flow chart, that's just not your cup of tea. The number one thing some of you can do is look to hire your weakness. Hire away the things that you're not good at. Find someone that can come alongside you from an organizational standpoint, be it from the applications being faxed in, okay? Be it setting up your day, okay? Taking the time to do what's most important, all right? Let's talk about recruiting for a couple of minutes. 3 words: never stop recruiting. The one thing I can promise you about sales organizations is that they change. And we don't like to think of this, but it's a reality. The people you have this fall, won't all of them be with you next fall? They're constantly changing. And one of the things I've learned about recruiting is the 3-foot rule. The greatest recruits you will ever meet are 3 feet from you. They're at the Starbucks. They're at the churches you attend. They're at the bowling leagues that you're a part of. Some of the greatest people I've ever hired have been at poker parties that I've been at. They've been bartenders of watering holes that I've frequented with some of you guys. So I want to encourage you not to be an undercover insurance agent or team builder. Talk to everybody and anybody you know that is good with people and that's a hard worker. Let me give you another tip or point. Master your pitch. Master it. Some of you are great in a home, but when it comes to you talking to people about the opportunity, let's just be blunt, you're weak. So the same way we as agents, which that's what got us to where we are now as managers, right? Mastered our pitch. We knew exactly how to present. We knew how to transition. We knew how to close. Spend that much time on the presentation, not to a client, but to a potential agent. When I talk to an agent, I'm looking for pain points, okay? When I'm talking to an agent, I'm talking about the highlights of what NASB offers, okay? And so as you plug some of these things into your practice, you're going to see a greater return, you're going to hire more people, and you're going to be able to sustain what it is that you've built.